Here we go, qualifying match number 115. On the red, this time out, team 213.
From Keene High School in Keene, New Hampshire, it's the Dirty Birds.
In the middle of the Red Alliance, team 5563.
From St. Mary's Junior Senior High School in Lynn, Massachusetts, Phalanx.
The ladies are here, team 3654.
From Mercy High School in Middletown, Connecticut, Tech Tigers.
Yay, Tigers! Here we go on the blue side, team 1757.
From Westwood High School in Westwood, Massachusetts, Wolverines.
In the middle, team 58.
From South Portland High School in South Portland, Maine, the Riot Crew.
Finishing it off, team 238.
From Manchester Memorial High School in Manchester, Connecticut, Crusaders.
Here we go. Pilots prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go.
Robots moving during the autonomous period. Both sides looking to collect rank points, move up a little bit higher. Crusaders collecting a whole pile of fuel out of that hopper and taking shots now. They have dead aim right now. We have watched that kind of move around the boiler over the course of the competition. Looks like they have got it figured out. Red Alliance with 2 fuel in the boiler. So we see very close 3-2 on the pressure right now. See where we end up. 1 point differential could make the difference. Both sides working furiously on the gears. We see 2 rotors turning for red right now. They've got an autonomous bonus. Blue Alliance missed the autonomous bonus, but they've also got 2 rotors turning right now. Now we see Red Alliance 5563 Phalanx struggling to get gear positioned properly on the peg. See if they can get lifted out, and it's good. The gentle touch of the pilot. Blue Alliance now with 3 rotors turning. Red Alliance just getting their 3rd rotor turning. Both sides working on the 4th rotor. There is time, 68 seconds or so remaining in the match. They can indeed pull this off. We'll see what happens. Crusaders now coming along. They've got a gear in hand. See if they can get it up onto the airship. Working towards that 4th rotor, Red Alliance. Looks like they might need 2 more to get it done. And time is coming down now. We're getting close. 40 seconds remaining. Still plenty of time to get a few more gears to the airship. Here comes 5563 Phalanx with another gear. There's a gear on the floor right now, too. Red Alliance. Up it goes. See if they can get it in and get that crank turning. So, looks like they need 1 more to get that. Red Alliance needs 1 more to get that 4th turning, and it is running now. Red Alliance has all 3 robots up on the airship. 238 now gripping on. They go up pretty fast. 4 rotors turning now for red. 3 rotors turning for blue. All the robots in the air. Currently looking like advantage red. And we will have your official results up momentarily. And up we go into the sky, off the floor, through the ceiling of the Whittemore Arena, and across the line, it's Red Alliance. 3 rank points for the Red Alliance. Phalanx will move up 6 points, getting into the top 20. Good position to be in here as we get close to the end of qualification. Still plenty of matches to go, though, before we get to Alliance selection. Mentors. We would like to all get our eyes on you during the mentor parade. So teams, be prepared to push your mentor out of their chairs and down over underneath section 121. There's a tunnel over there. Send all the mentors over there. We're going to have a mentor parade. So please be prepared to push your mentor. Starting at 11:15, we want to be there before 11:15. So come on down at 11:15. We're going to go and have a mentor parade. Every mentor in the room, we want you in that parade, including Dave Gorick.
James, you ready for 116? On the number 1 spot, Team 2168.
From the Robert E. Fitch High School in Groton, Connecticut, currently clinging to the number 1 position, it is Aluminum Falcons.
Aluminum. In the middle, hopping their way through the red. Team 95!
From the Hartford Area Career and Technology Center in White River Junction, Vermont, it's Grasshoppers.
And supporting my favorite color, Team 4905!
From the Ayer Shirley Regional High School in Ayer, Massachusetts, Andromeda 1.
To the blue, so blue. Team 6201!
From Somerville High School in Somerville, Massachusetts, the Highlanders.
In the middle, Team 181!
From the Hartford Academy of Engineering and Green Technology and the Pathways to Technology Magnet School in Hartford, Connecticut, Birds of Prey.
And rounding out the blue lines, Team 556.
From Amesbury and Sparhawk High School in Amesbury, Massachusetts, Carriagetown Robotics.
We got a thumbs up. Pilots, prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go!
And we see robots moving, looking to align and deliver gears. 95 kind of belches out a gear. That's a miss. We see one up for blue, one up for red, both rotors turning, and we move into the teleoperated period. Andromeda 1 out in midfield, driving back to position the gear. Now, Grasshoppers pick up a gear out in the yard, and they're going to position it on the peg. That is perfect. We got 2 rotors turning now for red. I love Grasshoppers' hats, don't you? And we see Aluminum Falcons, 2168, working right now, collecting a gear. They can pick up off the floor. So they've collected another gear, bringing it along. We see a furious pace. 2168 misses on that one. See if they can put it on, and that looks good. So we've got currently, that's going to clean up the 3rd rotor for red. Still plenty of time in this match to get all 4 rotors turning right now, 70 seconds or more. 3 rotors for red. Blue needs 1 more gear, and it's going up right now. 181, our friends Birds of Prey delivering that. 620 doing the same. 6201, Highlanders. Now we've got 3 rotors turning for blue, and we've got 3 rotors turning for red. Aluminum Falcons delivering again. Blue Alliance collecting 5556. Carriagetown Robotics looks like it is potentially disabled, unable to move right now, blocking the lane for their Alliance partners to collect gears. And we see fuel on the floor, very likely a diversionary tactic trying to prevent. Here's 95 Grasshoppers trying to keep 181 Birds of Prey. How often do you see that? An insect harassing a bird. Now the robots looking to go up those ropes, join their Alliance partners in the sky. We've got 4 rotors turning for red, 3 rotors turning for blue. Will all the robots on the Red Alliance side up in the air. 6201 looking to get on the rope, just a few seconds remaining, and it looks like they may not make it. 5556, we have seen this so many times during this competition where a robot's frame gets up into the cutout in the davit and does not engage the pressure plate. That seems to be the case with 5556 right now, and it will be up to the referees to determine what happens next. Your official results coming up now. Airships take flight. They are in the skies and across the line. It's the Red Alliance with the win. This will keep Aluminum Falcons in the number 1 position. They will earn 3 rank points. That is very helpful for the other 2 teams on the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance, this will move 2 of the teams down. And we will see one more time around. These teams should all be on the field at least one more time before we end the day.
Qualification match number 117. Let us meet our competitors on the Red Alliance, still setting up their robot. It's 4176.
From Oliver Ames High School in northeastern Massachusetts, Iron Tigers.
Here in the middle, it's 348.
From Norwell High School in Norwell, Massachusetts, Norwell Robotics.
And all loaded up with some fuel and a gear, it's 5735.
From Wayland High School in Wayland, Massachusetts, Control Freaks.
Over here on the Blue Alliance, working with our FTA, Chris, 230.
From Shelton High School in Shelton, Connecticut, Gale Hawks.
They're partnered up with 4909.
From Billerica Memorial High School in Billerica, Massachusetts, Bionics.
Rounding out the blue, it's 2084.
From Manchester Essex Regional High School in Manchester by the Sea, Massachusetts, Robots by the Sea.
The field is clear. Pilots prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go!
Robots moving. We'll see how many gears we get up onto the airship. Looks like 2, potentially 3 for blue. We've got 1 for red. Each side collecting the autonomous rotor point. We see fuel in the boiler. For the Blue Alliance, they've got 7 kPa in the boiler after autonomous. 7 could be important as we move through. Looks like fairly evenly matched teams right now. 348. Norwell looking to collect a gear. Oh, very politely passing in the night. Not so polite down by the airship. Blue airship, a little bit of a harassment going on there. 348 delivering. We've got gears on the floor because 230 Galehawks can pick up from the floor. They're having a hard time getting to that gear that's out in the free space, but they will collect it. That gear could be an opportunity for red if a red robot could collect off the floor. Does not look like that's the case for this alliance. And we see fuel on the floor. That may impede the driving ability of Blue Alliance, although blue did knock it down. We see fuel popping in the air, midfield. Currently have 3 rotors turning for blue and 3 rotors turning for red. Red still looking to get that 4th rotor turning. They still need a gear or 2 to make that happen. They are close, and they've got time to deliver it, and it looks like they'll get it in there right now, and the crank is cranked. Blue Alliance looking for the same. 230 now shooting. Trying to get a few more points. A little bit of work there by the pilot trying to get 2084's rope down. Robots by the sea going up into the air. We see 3 up for blue, and now 3 up for red, as Iron Tigers claw on to the top of the rope and engage the pressure plate. Time expires. If you look at that score right now, folks, you will see 4 rotors for both sides, 3 robots up on both sides, and an 8-point difference. What is the 8-point difference? Say it with me. Pressure in the boiler. And here we go with the final results up now for qualification match number 117. The airships are in the air, and across the line it is Blue Alliance. Once again, fuel making the difference. It is a perfectly played match all the way around, with the one difference being pressure in the boiler. Now, let me hand the microphone over to Volunteer of the Year from Hartford. It is Peter Moore.
Thank you, James.
Ladies, gentlemen, students and mentors, joining me on the microphone, announcing the next few Joining me on the microphone, his years of service are almost as memorable as his alliance names, Mr. Peter Moore. Here we are. Match number Robonauts 118. That the Robonauts? Yes. Over here on the Red Alliance, we have 173.
Rage Robotics.
Here in the middle at 6337.
Maine Central Institute of Robotics.
Rounding out the red, it's 2523.
Tech Storm.
Making my way over to blue, I see 4908.
The Duxbury Dragons.
Here in the middle, it's 4761.
Robockets.
Rounding out the blue alliance, it's 5422.
Storm Gears.
The field is clear. Pilots prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go!
A quick reminder and information for those visiting us today. The goal in autonomous is to at least cross the line, maybe load a gear, get a gear into the rotor, start it. That's worth 60 points if you can do it. Done by the Red Alliance, not by the Blue. 3 robots for each team cross for 5 points each, and another 60 points gives the Red Alliance 75 to 15. Robots are going to be crossing back and forth across the field. You'll notice in order to pick up gears, they need to go all the way to the other side of the field to pick up a gear and then bring it to their airship on their respective side. The goal is to get the rotors turning. Each rotor takes significantly more gears to get it going. Currently, red has 2, blue has 2, and you can see the difference in the score right now is due to the autonomous gear placement by blue. .173 Rage delivering to the red airship. Gears going up. If you count, you can say they need 1 more gear to get 3 going on red. Blue needs 3 more gears. 4761 Robockets is trying to deliver it. They get it up into the airship. Blue has 3. You'll see the change in the score. Or red has 3. You'll see the change in the score right now. 155 to 95. That's a 60-point difference. Blue is about to get 3 rotors going. And the differential now shows up again. Those 20 points for that autonomous gear. It could be the difference at the end. 48 seconds left. Gears still being delivered. Trying to get that coveted 4th rotor going, which gets you an extra ranking point. Coming into alliance selection, that's very important. Looks like red is farther along. They might need just 1 more gear. But again, do you deliver the gear or do you go for the climb? Rage appears to be having some trouble on the field. Robockets, Blue Alliance, 4908, getting ready to climb into the airship after delivering a gear. That's the Duxbury Dragons. Up goes 25-23. Tech Storm, lit red. That's 50 points. 54-22. That's 50 for the blue. 63-37 touches and lights the pad. We've got 3 on blue, 2 on red. Here come the results of that match. Airships ready for takeoff up through the clouds. And that was won by the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance wins 285 to 256. So that difference, remember, that 20-point advantage for red in the rotors still exists. And then they got 1 more point. But in the end, it was that ready for takeoff for blue that eventually made about a 30-point difference, -1 for the fuel that was scored. So we're going to see a change in the rankings. 2 Blue Alliance teams moved up, and 2 Red Alliance teams moved down. Scouts, pay attention. Scouts, pay attention.
Students, mentors, coaches, teams, we have reached the final match countdown. 10 qualification matches remain, including this current match number 119 on the Red Alliance. We have 177.
Bobcat Robotics from South Windsor, Connecticut.
Working around their partner in the middle at 716.
The Who's C-Tex with Bob Dudley.
And they're working with 4041.
From Gardner, Maine, it's the Iron Tigers.
Next to the blue boiler, we have 3464.
Currently ranked 10th, it's Sim City.
Add 3 to that number, you get 3467.
The Wyndham Windup with Skip 5.7.
And they're partnered with 2370.
From Rutland, Vermont, it's the iBots.
Did I just steal your shit?
We are all clear. Pilots prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go!
Autonomous robots being controlled only by code. Let's see if we can get some autonomous gears going. It'll be 60 points. They got to stick it in that top rotor before the time expires with 3, 2, 1. Both teams pull it off. 4 kilopascals in points for the Red Alliance, 1 for the Blue Alliance. Two rudders going for blue, 1 rotor for red. Teams are going to be crossing midfield. It's a great chance for defense, but in order to get the gears, you've got to go over to the retrieval station and then come back to your airship and place it on. Red Alliance trying to get that second rotor going. Right now, they're just going to stockpile those gears. Blue Alliance needs 2 more, or 1 more, to get their third rotor going. Red Alliance gets their second rotor going, and the score now is a differential of about 37 points. 27 points. 3 rotors going for blue. Spinning it up, getting ready for all 4 rotors for the airships. More than a minute left to go. Teams crossing the field. 40-41. The Iron Tigers just delivered to their airship. They are getting that third rotor going. Now it's time to go for the fourth. That'll take 6 more trips back and forth by 3 robots on each alliance. Still a 27-point difference. SimCity releasing fuel onto the floor. Are they just trying to create a distraction and make mobility more difficult, or do they have plans to score it into the boiler? Huzitex drop a gear off, but it does not end up in the airship. 30 seconds left. The sound means the ropes will drop, and the robots will try to climb onto the airship to prepare for takeoff. Are we going to get a fourth rotor going? Blue Alliance looks like they might be close to making it happen. They're turning it, they're spinning it. Blue Alliance, 4 rotors moving. Big point advantage. Teams climb up 50 points per robot. Blue Alliance doing very well. Up goes 716 to Huzitex. Bobcats reaching, climbing with 4, 3, 2, 1. 40-41 just comes up a little bit short. Field reset personnel only. Drive teams do not enter the field till the lights are green. Here come the results of that match. Up on the screen. Won by the Blue Alliance. And here's the key thing, 376 to 259. And there's a lot of information contained on this screen that you can check out. If you're not quite familiar with the game, you'll notice 3 ranking points for the Blue Alliance. You get 2 for the win. You get another one if you get 4 rotors going. You could get another one if you can get 40 kilopascals of pressure in the boiler. But as you can see for pressure, Red Alliance only had 4, Blue Alliance only had 1. Now, it didn't make a difference, but there were penalties on the Red Alliance. Chances are those penalties occurred because while a blue robot was in the retrieval zone, a red robot made contact with them. These retrieval zones on the left and right side of the field by the scoring table, you just got to stay away from them. For the game to be played, you've got to let the robots do what they do.
One 119 matches down. 9 more to go. Match number 120. Let's meet the competitors on our Red Alliance 6329.
It's the Bucks Wrath with their robot, the Ugly Buckling.
In the middle, in that rainbow tie-dye, it's at Team 88.
It's TJA Squared with their robot, Jet Fuel.
I see you trying to confuse me. And working with their partners, 213.
The Dirty Birds.
Over on blue, wearing matching colored shirts at 6328.
In Mechanical Advantage, currently ranked number 9th from Littleton, Massachusetts.
Not wearing matching colored shirts, it's 2342.
Rising out of the steam, it's Team Phoenix.
Rounding out the alliance, it's 1058.
It's the Polyvinyl Chloride Pirates with Winging It.
Yar.
just have the camera pointed up to you. Live from. Yep.
We are all clear. Pilots prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go!
Match 120. 8 more to go after this. Robots and autonomous delivering gears. Pilots lifting those gears up, trying to get that center robot started. Blue and red, both successful. 75 points for each. That's 60 points for the rotor. And then 5 points for each robot crossing that very faint line before the airship. Now the goal is to get more rotors moving. The goal also can be to score fuel, which is making a difference in a very subtle way. But right now, let's watch those gears being delivered from across the field. They pick them up, drive across, and deliver them as fast as they can. 2 rotors going blue, 2 rotors red. We have a tie game. One more gear needed for the third rotor on red. 2 more needed for the third rotor on blue. Teams are getting very good at delivering rotors. Blue places that last rotor, turns it. We've got 3 rotors blue, and that gives them a lead of 40 points. Each rotor is worth 40 points, and here comes the other 40 for red. Oh, it's a tie game. It's is where fuel might matter. You can score some fuel. That would give you a 1 or 2 point difference if all the robots are able to complete the actions, because it could come down to the 4th rotor. But that tends to occur about the times that the robots want to climb. It's 30 seconds till that time. So let's see how many gears each airship needs to complete it. Blue needs 3 more. Now blue needs just 2 more. They can make this work. Red, looks like they need nothing more. Red's got 4 rotors turning. That gives them an advantage of 40 points. Blue's going to try to get 4 rotors turning, but then they've got to choose. Do they want to climb? Do you want to deliver to the gear? The PVZ Pirates have one. Going for a little bit of fuel. It's 63-28-29, the Bucks Wrath. And we got 3 climbs on blue. We're going to go for the 3rd climb. I'm sorry, 3 climbs on red. We're going for the 3rd climb on blue. 3 successful climbs. All the rotors are scored. Oh, what fuel could have done. The lights on the field are purple. Field reset crew. You can enter. And here are the results of that match. Last second, you'll notice Bucks Wrath was getting ready to try to score some fuel. It could have made a difference, but in this case, it's a tie, and both teams are going to get 2 ranking points. The Bucks Wrath remains in the 8th seeded spot. I'm sorry, there was mechanical advantage that was going to score the fuel for blue, but Bucks Wrath and mechanical advantage, 63-28, 63-29, both maintain their positions. TJ Square Dirty Birds move up. Phoenix also moves up. Scouts, pay attention.
So is it safe to say that everyone technically won that match?
No. Every team here that built a robot and addressed the challenge and was able to show up and compete, those are the ones that all won.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. I look up on the screen. I see a 121 qualification match. 120 plus 1. Who is competing on the Red Alliance? We have 6201.
It's the Highlanders from Somerville, Massachusetts.
And walking down the yellow brick road, it's 1922.
It's Osram with Tin Man 11.
And this alliance is sure to be well fed thanks to 2067.
Apple Pie with Pumpkin Pie.
I see you trying to hide from me. Nevertheless, over on the Blue Alliance, we have 999.
It's the Mecharams from Cheshire, Connecticut.
Here in the middle, 5563.
It's Phalanx from St. Mary's Junior Senior High School.
And rounding out the Blue Alliance is 5556.
It's Carriage Town Robotics.
I can see you too, you know that. The field is clear. Pilots prepare for flight. Drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go.
Autonomous, we've got some shots into the high boiler from Apple Pie. Now remember that last match. Those 5 points might make a difference. But you want to get that rotor turning in the middle. So the game designers had a really great idea this year. They figured we'd put a gear on the airship just to make sure that rotor got turning. Because you're not going to get the other ones going. Oh, somebody's listening. Unless you get those turning. So, one rotor for blue. Two rotors, almost two rotors going for blue. One rotor for red. Mecharams 999 crossing the field. Going over to the retrieval station to pick up some fuel. But they've got a problem. They've got a gear stuck in their robot, which could be a problem. You can only possess one gear at a time. And now they pick it up, and they're going to deliver it to their air station. It's 100 to 115 in favor of the Blue Alliance. The next rotor is going for red. This is going to give us a differential of 15 points for the Blue Alliance. Three rotors turning. I'm guessing they're going to go for four. Get those ranking points right near the end. 5556 Carriage Town Robotics is spilling fuel all over the floor, possibly creating some difficulty for the other drivers. Osram heading into the retrieval station, trying to get a gear. Carriage Town Robotics. Moving from the retrieval station, coming back over. Now with 30 seconds left, we've got three rotors for blue, three rotors for red. How close are they to getting that fourth rotor? Is it worth the time to deliver another gear? Are they that close? I see two gears coming up into the Blue Alliance Air Station. Mecharams climbing on blue. Other robots trying to climb on blue. Four rotors going for blue. That's a big deal. You look at what that did to the points. We got three climbs on red. And 5556 Carriage Town Robotics and 5563 Phalanx unable to get the climb. If you do the math, it is 50 points per climb. You can guess what the outcome of that would have been. Here are the results of that match. It was won by the Red Alliance by a score of 290 to 245. You can see the Blue Alliance managed to get that fourth rotor going, and they got a ranking point for it. But the Red Alliance had all three robots for a takeoff, and that extra 50 points on that third robot gave them the win and 2 ranking points.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on match 21-22 and the last few opportunities for these incredible teams to show us what they've got. Another quick reminder, if you have not had your final inspection done, you need to do so on the way back out from the field. Stop by inspection, get your robot qualified for this afternoon's playoff tournaments. Now let's meet our teams for qualification match 122. Starting down in red at 15-19.
Mechanical Mayhem.
Their friends in the middle, 558.
Elm City Robo Squad.
And let's hear it for 181.
Birds of Prey.
Down in the Blue Alliance side, we got 37-19.
Currently ranked 4th, it's the STEM Whalers from New London, Connecticut.
Here in the middle, it's 57-35.
The Control Freaks with skirt.
And we heard their team going bananas for 'em. It's 195.
Currently ranked 3rd, it's the Cyber Knights with Nitro.